Addiction for a lot of people comes from things like pain and insomnia and things like that. And these are all things that cannabis helps with. So you don't have to turn to something harder. You don't have to wind up risking addiction. I mean, if you try it and it doesn't work, then you don't do it again. There's no weaning off. There's no problems. It either works or it doesn't. I mean, in the kit, we have a menu that announces the date and cannabis content. A roll it your own self joint kit. Sutton Square. It's like a granola bar named after one of the volunteers that we used to have that passed away. We've got 5 RSO capsules. Those are good for sleep and pain. A large tincture capsule, really good for anxiety and things like that. We've got a gummy that's made normally with CBN, which is degraded THC, which is really good for resting. Chocolate that's made with hash. Topical creams for people. It's topical. It's suppositories. It's cannabis in different forms, and people get the chance to learn about different things that might work in different ways. You can put it in you, on you, up you. Okay? Whatever works, is what it works. And
how does this program help you?
Well, it's part of the harm reduction model. So for me to be able to use medication that's going to help me get away from opiates, like that's exactly what this does.
I was an avid crack smoker. That has helped me to reduce smoking crack every second week, and it helps with my pain and anxiety.
It just helps in general, knowing I have a peace of mind that I can smoke some weed that's not laced with anything.
It helps my pain, and I tell seniors.
When I was in the Army, my so-called sergeant major made me do a 10-mile run with a split spine, and that ruined my back. Almost 30 years I've been taking opiates every day. I got a new doctor. The doctor screwed me up by cutting all my meds in half. So I ended up starting buying opiates on the street. And then I started getting a guy I know to shoot me up with opiates because it was the only thing that killed the pain. I couldn't move otherwise. And then I discovered Chris and Susan over here, and they've definitely control my pain better than the opiates.
So right now, are you just doing methadone and the thing?
Methadone and this, and I'm not going anywhere near hard drugs anymore.
Yeah. But you've had people tell you that they've gotten sober from this program, correct?
Numerous people. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I can still do this and feel good about it. You know, if I wasn't getting the feedback, you know, you'd wonder if you were just giving away free weed like a nut job, right?
Yeah.
There's been 2 women/gender diverse individual shelters, Caitlin's Place and Honor House, just recently. It's been an honor to feel like that we've been accepted into a place where the people are being monitored, and it's part of an actual program.
We went from 4 to 15 rooms. So we weren't too sure how much Chris was going to be able to offer us, but it was great that he was like really dedicated to having a space where harm reduction was accepted and they wouldn't have their like weed confiscated if they had it in the house. So we were able to keep it as like a consistent thing for each resident. He has been providing for us for about 2 years now, which is wild.
If you could say anything to people that would misunderstand this program or misconstrue it or say that it doesn't deserve government funding, what would you say?
I'd say they should maybe get a few doctors to take a look at this and maybe actually do a study and put some money into it rather than shooting their mouths off and doing nothing.
And the government only really funds opiate replacement programs, which definitely has a place. But I use cannabis to get off opiates instead of using methadone.
I've seen it, what it does for me, and I've seen what it does to other people I know. It really helps with the pain.
You're looking for particular supplies and volunteers for help. What does that look like?
Everything's gone up in price these days. We all know that. Like olive oil for the tincture, coconut oil for almost everything that I make. I'm on a pension, man. This is too much. My donation is my time. Okay, it's too much is coming from me now, so it's making it tough.
Have you had any stories about Chris showing up when you didn't think he would?
Chris is always here, no matter the weather. Like it'd be freezing out, and like they're all here. Chris, usually Susan too.
Always here. Always there, and I think it's fantastic what they're doing.
Chris will be here every Monday. This is 5 years now. He's been doing this every Monday for 5 years.
Being let down is something they can count on. Okay, and I wanted to be something that they could count on. So we said in the beginning there was no way we were going to miss Mondays. You could sit there and punch me in the face for the whole 2 hours I'm down here, and I wouldn't care. Okay, it's too rewarding. Nobody wants to see us. But like, without breaking out into song, it's the Sesame Street. These are the people in your neighborhood, okay? Like, you can't ignore the fact that these people need help, and that's what we're here for. It might be inconvenient for everybody else, but this is where the problem is, and that's why we're here trying to fix it.